everybody, you are looking at a 2008 V-Star Classic. This is a 650 bike, and it looks like it is pretty much brand new. There are only 6,704 miles on the odometer. This bike actually belongs to my mother. It was purchased new from a Yamaha dealership off the floor, and honestly, it looks like it could be put back on the floor and nobody would know the difference because it is in immaculate condition. So I'm going to fire it up and give it a little ride so you can hear what it sounds like and see how it rides. Fires right up and it purrs. This thing purrs. If you see down here, it has a heel toe shifter and floorboards. This is a very, very comfortable machine. It is low to the ground. It is not heavy, but it looks big. It looks like you're riding a full-size bike. So we're gonna give it a little cruise. The V-Stars are just awesome motorcycles. Yamaha definitely knows what they're doing, and it shows because I see more of these around than most other bikes, other than maybe Harleys. But man, this thing, it feels brand new. The seat is comfortable. The weight is low to the ground. It's got these kind of wide beach bars on it that just, you feel like you're in control of the corners. You can do pretty tight curves on this thing. We're gonna take it out and see how it rides out on the open road a little bit. I haven't ridden this thing in a while, and man, I forgot how comfortable it is. Having floorboards for your feet, you really just feel like you're sitting on a nice a nice living room chair. This windshield blocks all the air from your face. If I have to guess, the wind is hitting me right at the top of my helmet. I wear a full face helmet, but if you weren't gonna wear a helmet, you probably would get no wind on you, honestly. I'm about 5'10", and I wear a very big helmet, so it's not surprising that I get some wind on it. But if you were going to ride without a helmet, which I don't recommend, you would have really no wind on your chest or on your face. You could wear a hat probably safely, it wouldn't blow off. But my eyes are looking over the windshield. That's nice, at least where I'm sitting. So it's not blocking my line of sight at all. It's just keeping some wind off of my chest. Yeah, this thing, it stops well. It is light. The suspension feels, it just feels like a brand new bike. So we're gonna take it out here, go through some curves, open it up a little bit. Now, it's a 650, so you're not gonna win any races with any sport bikes or anything, but it's no slouch of a bike. This engine feels great, and it's got a good low-end rumble to it. You know, it's got that real V-twin feel. I'm gonna close my helmet there. Hopefully you can hear me a little better. Rear brake works great. Front brake works great. This thing, you could cruise all day on this in comfort. And it fits a lot of people. It is definitely small enough that, you know, if you're 5'5", 5'6", you could be comfortable on this bike. My mom is probably 5'5", 5'6", maybe. Tiny little thing, and she fit on it. She could flat foot it. Oh yeah, it's got some low-end torquey grunt to it, and only the way a V-twin can have. This is fun to ride. This is a great way to go see the back roads of your town, go cruise some highways, go exploring. It's definitely big enough where you could have a passenger. There is a back seat with foot pegs that fold down. Are they foot pegs? Yeah, they're pegs. They're not floorboards in the back. You do have floorboards in the front that are massive. I wear huge size 11 boots and they are fitting entirely on here. But man, this is... It would be hard to find another bike with this value of power and comfort, but that is light enough and nimble enough to handle. You could ride this around town in stop and go traffic all day and feel absolutely fine on it. Or if you're a bigger dude, you know, if you're 6 feet tall and 200 some pounds, you could fit on this bike. If this is your first motorcycle, this would be big enough to get a couple years out of use of before you needed to upgrade to anything. Or if you're my size, 5'10", you know, 160 pounds, honestly, this is all the bigger bike that I would ever need. I could take this on the interstate. I know for a fact this thing will cruise comfortably at 70 miles an hour. You could take this bike across the country if you wanted to. There's no reason you couldn't. But if you've never ridden a motorcycle either and you want something that, you know, looks like a real bike and is big, this car isn't gonna let me go. Yeah, no, it's cool. You just do whatever you want. Yeah, you too. Why don't you all just... Yep, okay. Hi, yep. Good times. Yep. It doesn't always stop. Gotta always be watching. But yeah, if you've never ridden before and you want something that you can buy and keep for a long time and grow into, this is a great bike too. I mean, again, I'm a 30-year-old guy that's, you know, average build, average size, and this feels like a fun motorcycle to me. And it has some it's got some torque to it. It's got some low-end grunt. I'm in top gear right now. I'm cruising at 55 and it feels like nothing. You can feel the V-twin being a V-twin. It's got that light little rumble. But if I roll on, you can hear it. It's pretty and it picks up and goes, and I start accelerating. No problem cruising on the highway in this thing. It corners well. These wide beach bars, you feel like you're in total control. Right now, I'm cruising at 70 right now, and I could do this comfortably. I'm gonna roll off because that is above the speed limit, and I do not recommend breaking the speed limit. My point is that this is a very capable bike, and this specific one is in pristine condition. I know for a fact my dad bought this for my mom, and it did not get ridden very much. At least not on like any long trips. It got ridden on back roads with a speed limit of 50 miles an hour. It was well taken care of. My dad washes his motorcycles every time he rides them and cleans them off with a cloth every time there's a speck of dust. There might be a scratch or two on this whole bike, but you would have to look for them to see them. And at the price, you will not find another V-Star 650 used any year in this good a shape. I guarantee that. You're getting more than your value for your money with this thing. And it is fun to ride. I'm having a blast right now. I feel like I'm on a big full-size cruiser. And this seat is just comfortable. And my bike that I have doesn't have floorboards, so I am not used to the luxury that is having the floor beneath your feet while you ride. But I can see why people want it because, man, it's just... If I had a TV in front of me, I wouldn't know the difference if I was in my living room or out on a motorcycle. Although, as you can see, this is much better than watching TV. In fact, I recommend that you sell your TV. Sell all your TVs. Sell your friends' TVs. Take that money and buy this motorcycle because it will be time well spent. All right, I'm going to merge into traffic here. Make sure this bike has enough get up and go to do that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It does it just fine. Like I said, This bike isn't going to win any races against sport bikes, but you're going to have no problem. What's up, man? No problem going through traffic. No problem keeping up with traffic. No problem merging into traffic. You probably are going to be faster than most cars if you want to be, except for that guy who's going 20 over the speed limit. But man, can you just... This is a beautiful way to explore the countryside, and this bike is so comfortable. I know I keep saying that, but I haven't ridden it in so long, so I forgot how smooth it is. I mean, it's got the rattle of a V-twin. It's got the torquey, low-end rumble that you want to feel in a motorcycle. But it is just a pleasure to ride. The brakes are good. I feel I'm very in control. That maybe wouldn't be the case if this was the 950 version or the older 1100 or the 1300 V-Star. Those are bigger, heavier bikes. They look about the same. This doesn't look like a small bike compared to those. I open my helmet again, get some fresh air. But this bike is light enough where I feel so comfortable with the weight management, and it's so low to the ground. But if you're looking at this, you probably know these things already. You know, if you've been looking for an old V-Star or something, you know why people love these motorcycles. It's because they ride great. Yamaha is the #1 rated brand for reliability, according to Consumer Reports, even above Honda and, you know, Kawasaki. Yamahas have the least failure rate of any brand, and it shows. This thing is just, it has been meticulously maintained mechanically and cosmetically, and again, for the price, there's no way you're gonna find any motorcycle that you would get this much value out of. You know, this would make a great first motorcycle for somebody who wants to learn how to ride and have a big enough bike to get around on. Or this would make a great bike for somebody who has, maybe you have like a big Goldwing or a, you know, something like that, and you want a smaller bike that you can ride around town and, you know, ride to work. I mean, this thing gets like 50 miles to the gallon. If you want a bike for commuting, you know, if you're a college student or you have a job in town and you don't want to drive in the nice months, if you want to ride a motorcycle, this is a great option. You'll get great gas mileage. You'll look cool. The black paint job on this with the ghost flames is just incredible. It has saddlebags on the side, hard shell saddlebags that open up on the top. There's enough room in there, you know, to stick an extra set of clothes, to stick your laptop, to stick probably your backpack in there. You definitely get some books. You can get quite a bit of stuff. There's locks on them, so you can lock your stuff in here. And if you want to buy this bike and take a road trip on it, there is no reason you couldn't buy this right now and drive it to the Grand Canyon. Absolutely no reason. I would feel safe continuing after this video is done and just riding this thing across the country. The tires on it they look new. I know all the fluids are freshly changed. And it's so easy to ride and so comfortable that I would have no fear hopping on this thing and taking it anywhere. In stop and go traffic or on a highway. And if I had to ride on the interstate, I know I could keep up. So yeah, if you are interested at all, shoot me a message. We can talk about it, but I'm telling you, you're not going to find a better deal on a V-Star 650 or on a round town or on a trip bike than you are on this 2008 V-Star. Again, only 6,700 miles on it. It's just broken in. The engine is just broken in. This thing has so much life in it. And honestly, this is better than buying a new one because it's going to be about half the price. You don't have to ride the first 5,000 miles to break it in. And this one might be nicer than some of the ones coming off showrooms. So definitely check it out. Send me a message. Peace.